want to thank you once again, Waziri, for recognizing the Article 1, which stated that the sovereign power of implementing all the activity that we are doing belong to these very people. That one is very much deserved to be appreciated from your reign as Waziri of Finance. Allow me to talk my 2 points or 3 on behalf of the wananchi of Migori. We've heard that there is a privatization that is going on. Some of them may understand it, they will be enlightened. Some of them may not understand. But to me, who is a representative of the people and understand a little bit of privatization, I want to put it in our local term. Here in Migori, Waziri, if you ask these parents, most of them are taking their ECD children or primary children to private school. Not that the public school is expensive, but because private school is offering good service and quality as compared to public. So private sector has good efficiency in service delivery. That's why the parents are ready to sacrifice the high cost of paying fee and taking them to private. But the question that will be addressed, because you are here today, is why yet the government have better civil servant and well paid. What is the cause of alarm of privatization? I want to understand, and the wananchi want to understand. Number 2, if it is about affordability, I think the government sector as the one is easily affordable. Why going to private way? Could it be that we cannot deliver the efficient service to our people? We need to understand. Lastly, I heard about the Safaricom. How is the secrecy of our information going to be considered in the privatization that is ongoing? Because information carry a lot of our secret. I may be chatting with someone's wife that is in the information. How is that information going to be kept in secret? And my last comment, Waziri, now that my chairman wants to speak everything, what is a replacement mechanism now that you are taking everything to private? Sony here was taken private, Pipeline private, Safaricom private. What is the replacement mechanism where we are now going to say government? Waziri, this is now out of privatization, but it's a concern, as I conclude. In Kenya, when I was born, I was told that education is a basic need. If education is a basic need, Waziri, why hiking or raising the fee of university of college and colleges? Why can't we waive this fee down and we collect all the money being wasted outside so that we can affordable fee at university? Thank you. Asanteni sana. Mungu abariki.
Thank you. Thank you. Bunge power. Thank you. We'll welcome the next speaker, who I think is their chair. Thomas Onyango. Let's clap.
To the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable John Bade, we normally call you in our Bunge Nyang. And when we say Nyang, we normally say Reswa. Nyang, Nyang, that is our motto. And His Excellency, the Governor, Dr. Chilayako, the Governor of Migori County, Pendra Chelwioke, the PS who are here, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, we normally call you Nyadundo Mamuel, the Speaker of County Assembly, Wodesona, the County Commissioner, MCAs, and all protocol of subs. Good morning. My names are Thomas Ojuang Onyango. I'm being known by Onyango Japolo. Onyango Japolo is the chairman of Bunge la Wananchi. Bunge power. Bunge power. Though it is not political today, and we Bunge la Wananchi, our movement is power. When talking about privatization, we heard that Safaricom and Pipeline are the sectors which are going to be now on private. The question is, how does our people who are there currently as workers there, their jobs are safe? Because recently, when Sony took over, the owner of that privatization, he sacked all the workers who are there. Are we safe with our workers, our children, and our people who are there with their job opportunities? The other thing, how does these sectors, when being private, are going to benefit the people of common wananchi? Because as we speak now, we used to see Safaricom building some hospitals, building some schools, and now it is now going to be private. How sure are we being privatization is going to promote our needy people who are on the ground? Because we as Bunge la Wananchi, we speak on behalf of wananchi. When we see a sector building a school or building an hospital, we normally feel good because that hospital is going to benefit wananchi. Now, these sectors are going to be privatization. How does it going to promote the local wananchi? The other thing, this thing is going to be given to an individual people. How can we know these people who are going to take over these sectors? We can agree as wananchi, we want this thing to be privatization. But maybe this thing is going to be on one community. You will get that maybe this Safaricom is going to be taken by one community. The other one, Pipeline, is also one community. How can we know that this thing is going to be open for an individual who is willing to get that thing? Last but not least, on your budget of 2025-2026, have you considered normal wananchi, like we have boda sector, we have small trade farmer business communities, and other sectors who are local here? Most important is boda sector. You get this boda sector, there are some people who are coming up with some loans. You get someone is taking boda, and that boda loan, kitambo amalize kulipa hiyo loan, boda imeisha, ng'ombe imeenda. Why can government bring another way for these people? Wakichukua loan, hiyo loan iko rahisi kulipa, na akuwe na boda na achukue ingine, kuliko kuchukua hii boda yenye inamaliza hadi nyumba yake. Thank you, Mr. Honorable Mbadi, and I want to appreciate you for taking this opportunity to bring people on the ground to bring their views. It is only you as Cabinet Secretary who has decided to come to common wananchi. You are our son, and we will be supporting you anywhere, overnight, daytime, and everywhere, even under the water. Thank you.
In the sun, under the water, over the bridge. John Mbadi power. Pero kamano. Finally, On the stakeholders, finally, we have the youth. For a very long time, we've had leaders who don't appreciate the role of the youth in running the day-to-day government. For the first time, we have a cabinet secretary who keenly listens and implements that which the youth think. So at this point, I'd like to first introduce a team, a very wonderful team, a team of 5. This is a national youth team, which is chaired by the Cabinet Secretary, John Mbadi. It's a youth team that was formed to adapt and help implement that which the youth say in fiscal planning. That is the National Students Budget Forum. They have come all the way from Nairobi. They are here with us on ground, and they represent Waziri on the youthful side. Please, wherever you are, NSBF team, stand up. NSBF team. We have Joel Alo. Just come in front here. This is the National Students Budget Forum Committee. It's a team cut across universities in the country. They're responsible to take to Waziri that which the youth are saying matters fiscal planning is concerned. I'll give the chair maximum 2 minutes to explain that which they do, and then we will have a way forward. Thank you. The chair will also introduce them.
Thank you. Thank you, SG. Let's clap for the team before Nias. This is a very wonderful. Aya. Youth power. Comrades power. Comrades ria. Comrades achu. Comrades zigizaga. Gimange makitni wa mama fuana urubadu kama. Wa baba mea. Ero kamano. So thank you very much. Thank you very much to FCPA Waziri John Mbadi, to Governor Ochila Yako Pindra, 2-term. I'm very grateful to be here. Na mimi nawashukuru sana. Na wananchi wote, amjambo. Wamama hai. Leo ni siku ya soko jamani, waziri hajasikia. Wamama hai. Wamama chumvi. Aya. So with me today nimetembea na timu sana. Tumetoka all the way from Nairobi. We are the youths who are under the umbrella of Waziri FCPA John Mbadi. We are under probation. Now if you look at this youth, is a very strong team. So I'll start with this vice lady here. She is called Quinta. She is my vice. And then I have Joel. She is our national coordinator. He is our national coordinator, sorry. And then we have our SG Samo Ugo here. He is our spokesman. And then we have our lead secretariat who is somewhere. Bado anatembea hapa na pale. Anaitwa Solomon Obade. With me, I'm Okech Solomon. Mimi ni wa hapa Umabei. Na nimeshukuru sana kukuja hapa Migori. We are working in each and every region on matters of youth's voice, on matter budget planning of 2026-2027. We are really, we started this journey in Nairobi on 10th last year. And it is a journey that is going to all the regions in Kenya. FCPA is really supporting the youths. Youths wangapi wako na Mbadi hapa? Youths wangapi wako na Mbadi? Asanteni. So this thing, FCPA is the one who is really focusing it to bring it to mashinani. Sisi tunashukuru sana Mbadi. On privatization agenda, ningependa tu kitu moja uelezee youths. Kama chairman wa youths, najua watataka kunisikiza tena kidogo kwa hiyo maneno nisipoiongelea. On the privatization agenda, we understand that there is almost upwards of 100 billion that will be generated on this privatizations on the privatization of these companies. How will this privatization help in paying our debts? And these revenues generated, how will it help the youths mostly? Because we have the Nyota, that is really helping us. What is the treasury and the government of Kenya focused in this almost 100 plus billion that is going to be generated in the privatization agenda? Asanteni sana, Mungu wabariki na muwe na siku njema. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's clap for Solomon. At this point, I want to welcome two of the representative student leaders of these institutions. We are here today, who will briefly introduce themselves and also welcome us from where the principal left. Oching Rose and Okelo Isaac. Just come forward, both of you.
To the chief guest, governor, and all the protocol observed, good morning. Good morning. My name is Rose Ochieng, Chair Lady Migori TTC. I take this opportunity to welcome all of you and feel at Migori TTC. On the issue of privatization, I just want to be brief. I just want to say that when privatized, the privatizers, they come up with the new ideas and new policies that can manage the emerging issues within the society. For example, in an institution where people who may not be productive, the new ideas can help to come up with new policies like use of digital devices to implement and move country to the first world development. Point number 2, empowerment, whereby within the institution, because the work is done online, everybody is answerable to the CEO and is a manager within the entity. Number 3, creation of employment. People are working under contracts, thus creation of employment to the newly skilled personnel. Now, issues concerning colleges. This is the opportunity that we have to use it well. The issue of help, Mheshimiwa Waziri, tunataka kujua serikali imetuweka wapi. As the TTC students countrywide, we have more than 33 TTCs. We are neglected. We feel neglected because the ones who are in the universities, we come from the same community and the parents are almost the same. The economy is the same, but we almost pay the same amount of fee. Like us, we pay 100 in a year. So we are facing so many challenges. As we speak, Bwana Waziri, Mheshimiwa Waziri, some of us are not here. They are at home because of fee balances. How can you assist us with your government? Number 2, let absorption. Let absorption of the teachers after their course. For example, utapata mtu amemaliza course. Uliacha mama nyanya huko nyumbani, ama the one who failed, ama who was not able to continue with the education in the university or college, ameanzisha biashara ya nyanya hapo nyumbani ama mboga. Akisave, wewe umeleta pesa zote college ama university. Then ukirudi huko nyumbani after the course, pesa zimeenda zote college, uko nyumbani na knowledge, but hakuna job. Sasa hata mwenye alikuwa na nyanya is better than you, even though you have knowledge. How can you consider us? Number 2, on that issue of college, issue of soft loan to the students who find it difficult to meet some college needs for sustainability. Hapa ndo sasa tunapata kama sisi wasichana tukiwa college, tuko hapa hatuna chochote. Parents wameuza ng'ombe wote nyumbani, hakuna kitu imebaki. Mashamba mengine yameuza, imebaki kidogo. Kuna wanaume nyumbani wananunua mahali, pesa pia hakuna. Sasa tuko hapa, unapata wasichana wanaenda wanauza mili nje ndio wapate kitu. Hata mtu msichana anunue pads, anunue kitu yoyote ya sustain. Tuko na projects shuleni, hatuna pocket money. Tunawekwa aje kama wana TTC na serikali? Hatuna help, hatuna hiyo soft loan na tunasafa. Second last, we want to request you kama wana Migori, Mheshimiwa Mbadi. Last year you gave us dinner with you. We enjoyed and we thank you for that. For today, we want to request you. We do project. You know CBC is all about project and so on. So we need a good printer in this college. Tunasafa tukaenda huko nje tunatoa pocket money kuprint vitu za project. Tunakuomba tutafutie project mzuri, tutafutie printer nzuri kwa college. Tukiwa na vitu za kuprint, we print for free in our college. Lastly, we have cultural in this term. The budget is 300,000. Mheshimiwa Mbadi, I would like you, or I request you to promise to us today that you are going to support us during cultural. We have ball games this term, and we also have the budget. We are requesting Mr. Mbadi. I heard people calling you Nyang. Gimanyango mako kubuodi mak Migori TTC in Jesus' name. The Bible says start with Jerusalem. This is Jerusalem. Start with Jerusalem is when you go to Judea and Samaria.
Thank you. Let's clap for Rose. Thank you. We'll have Okelo from Rongo University.
Thank you to our chief guest, the CS for Treasury, Honorable John Mbadi, to the Governor Migori County and the boss of Migori County, Deputy Governor, all elected leaders, to our parents, and to the comrades. Good afternoon. No, sorry, good morning. Comrades power. Comrades power. So I want to take this opportunity first to appreciate Honorable John Mbadi for allowing us to engage ourselves in this privatization participation for the national government. And wherever I hear about privatization, what rings into my mind is the government now reducing or transferring its ownership and control of public enterprise to private investors. Then the question comes, after privatizing these public parastatals, how are they going to impact a Kenyan government person, or rather a Kenyan graduate who is soon going to come out of this university outside there, loitering around Nairobi streets, all the streets in Kenya, seeking for job opportunity? Then I may say privatization, in one way or the other, it may have strengths and it may have weakness. But based on my arguments, my argument will measure on weakness. The weakness are, once we privatize these things, more so, let me base on the Kenya Pipeline Company. For about some years, we've seen many of the petrol stations loaded, lacking fuel. But if today we prioritize this thing, the first thing will be raise fuel prices, increasing to transport fares, food prices, and the cost of living for students. We understand for a country to run, fuel must be considered a first priority. There is some foodstuff which travel all the way from the various parts of the country, and we should consider this so that we should not bring a burden to some of our students. Number two, job losses. We prioritize today the public parastatals. Many of our Kenyans are going to lose jobs. For instance, when the Sony Sugar was privatized, many of the locals, they lost their jobs. They went back into the village. They have students to take to school. So if you deny somebody a job, how is he going to manage for the family that he or she has back at home? We should consider that as the government before we move on. Then, Honorable John Mbadi, I have some alternative for privatization. As much as is present as a solution to inefficiency and corruption, it's not the only option. It's not the only option. What we should focus on as a government, we have very qualified graduates, very qualified people in this nation. What we should do is strengthen corporate governance and professional managers. We should go back to the villages, look for these professionals who can be good managers, rather than appointing qualified profession instead of the politician. We find many of our government sometimes it looks into the politician more than the qualified people. So we should strengthen corporate governance and professional managers. We should also have, we should rather have the public-private partnership, whereby we don't sell it fully, but we can privatize with them partially. This will help the government maybe to have some forces and some powers over some laws. Then lastly, when I wind up, is that in conclusion, the government should focus in reforming the management, eliminating corruption in these parastatals so that they can move, introduce commercials, and even post a strategic with private sectors. Then lastly, now when it comes to matters, budget and processing. Honorable John Badi, I understand you are the CS Cabinet Secretary. And under your dockets, you look into every sector to ensure that every Kenyan benefit from your docket. This is a humble request from the comrades that through your docket, through your powers, Honorable Badi, you should conduct campus-based budget process so that you can accommodate all these students to come and at least say whatever they have, matters concerning the increased help allocation, reduction of tuition fees in these universities, and expansion of internship standards. Many of us are now moving out, but the internship are still the same. Kindly, Honorable John Badi, if you can have a look into it, then you do whatever I proposed on behalf of many comrades in Kenya, we'll appreciate. Thank you very much. My name is Isaac Okello. Isaac Okello is a student leader from Rongo University, serving as the Secretary General. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I can help answer Gabriel a little bit. The sole work of National Students Budget Forum, formed by Honorable John Badi, is to incisively look at the issues you've just raised. So once again, Solomon, you can stand up. Comrades, this is the chair of National Students Budget Forum. Issues around help, how our voices going to make it in the next financial budget. We are doing a report across the regions chaired by him. So see him before the day ends. Thank you. On that note, those who are representatives from this institution, we also have youths across different institutions in the county. So I'll give maximum 2, and then we will go back to National Treasury. At this point, let me shortly Gabriel Okola to speak on behalf of the youths of Migori County. First.
Aya. Wanabunge mpo? Wanabunge Wanabunge. Comrades power. Comrades ria. You know the power of comrades is the second powerful power after that of the Holy Spirit. And so you must say it with vigor, zeal, and energy. Comrades, give him. Thank you so much. My name is Gabriel Okola. A believer of Jesus Christ as my personal savior. A believer of Waziri John Badi as my kingpin. A believer of my governor Uchila Yako. And a believer of my MCA Mheshimiwa Brian Osodo. I am standing here to do a noble duty. First, as a representative of all the students in the entire world, but more specifically in Kenya and here in Migori County. I am here to give a honest opinion. But first, before then, I want to thank Waziri John Badi. Since independence, Kenya has had over 15 ministers of finance. But he is the first CS Treasury who has seen it wise to engage the young population. As it is known, as the young people, we are over 75% of the total population. But over and over again, we are always being left behind in terms and matters of public decisions and matters that can develop our country as a whole. And today I'm here to give you our gratitude as a young people, Waziri. And please continue working with us. And we want to assure you that we will also work with you. We will sit with you. The only thing that we will not do is to sleep with you. Comrades, power. Waziri, I want to say this publicly. In Kenya, we have one device, that whenever something new comes our way, the only thing we see is the negative aspect, even if the positive aspect is 98%. I want to specifically speak about the privatization of the 15% of the Safaricom shares. On behalf of all the comrades, Waziri, I want to confirm, affirm, and reaffirm to you that we are fully behind this initiative because, number one, this thing is going to generate for us 204 billion shillings. And this money is not going to be wasted. This money is going to be channeled to infrastructural developments in our country. And then somebody is walking from one place to another telling you, Secondly, Waziri, since you are installed as the Minister of Finance in Kenya, you have worked with the young people. And one thing I want to tell you, that the young people in Kenya today requires real, achievable, and pragmatic solutions. We do not need mere slogans like Tibim, Tialala, and one term, Mago and Waonge. We want solutions, Makawan Kujo, Tonyangreswa, Reswa Kuso Kreswa. For the interest of time, Waziri, I don't want to bore the crowd. But I'm here on behalf of all the students. Now wasakatonge wote wako hapo nyuma, wasakatonge. Waziri, sisi students na wasakatonge, sisi ni kama Wakatholiki, tuna mambo mingi sana. Sisi, we only operate with the second law of unwritten laws of nature that states that a normal human being can only concentrate, can only participate when the content of the stomach is fully charged. Tibim or not Tibim? Waziri, I ask you, on behalf of Wasakatonge, just say a word and our stomach shall be full. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Mbadi kipenzi chetu, hatutamuacha milele. Mbadi kipenzi chetu, hatutamuacha milele. Let me welcome Aaron Odhiambo to finalize on that sector.
Aya, Jodala untie. Umor. Wamama untie. Agona sigalagala kidera kimorgi mbade. Viva Comrades, viva! Viva Comrades, viva! Viva Migori, viva! Viva Migori, viva! Dodala wa mauneno kiwangu muko pimnu. Serikali mate ko sok mate. Mai mapodiko nana di opposition. Mana piny moro Kenya ka. Ya pam na serikali. Pamuru na serikali kumawa untie. Nyaka nyomba di ruwa kai serikali ka dodala wa uneno garanga ngimana olokore. Sani aringo gi GK 049E County 047 Nairobi pam na uru. Dodala wa aduana konu gimoro. Serikal ima kogelwe dareyo. Nyaka ne pinchakre. Ndalo moka meno watime matiin geze kao chuka. Beno bedo ma president 24 hours. Tombadi kuro se bedo minister mar finance ni. Tokendo di nuohe tok 2027. Okay pam. We are going to negotiate with the President of the Republic of Kenya that there is no post that will be offered below the CS Finance. It is either the CS of the Finance or the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Donala wacho kosoka wacho. Adana wugi jo luo. Sani weche ngeny. Nine ngani na leko. Nine ngani na leko. An nga mangeni nyalo leko gimane baba ongeye chunyan John Mbadi. Pam. Maukenga manariko kimbadi gari. Raile gari. So, Waziri John Mbadi, we as the students of the country, we are solidly behind you, Baba. We will support you with whatever we can. We will support you with all our body parts. Kata kogik ni walonyore mondo piny koka ng'e ni waziri en waziri. Wabro lonyore jodalawa. Walonyre koso kik walonyre. An sani Nyasaye amua ni gima mbadi okona ema timo. Kata kuna mana wuoth kadok ging'eyo abro wuotho. Baba wan wasechiwore ni tim kodwa gimihero. Pok nobedo minister mar finance e Kenya ka. Oh, naambiwa PS asikiki jaluo. Wacha nijaribu. PS hizi tunasema hatujaipata waziri wa finance Kenya yote. This is the first time we as the Luos, we are getting the minister of finance in the whole country. And we are solidly requesting each and every region and the whole country, let us force our support behind none other than Oteke Nyang' Nyadimu. Awacho koso kawacho. Baba beda motegno kite tang'eni nyalo gwei to wambe kitego abro chunge mbele ni makidi mabiro iri ane magoya ya pamna uru. Jodala uye gi dwala chiel nudhi pako John Mbadi. Wang'ni okwoda weche mang'eny ni kian okel budget ni reject. Dong okel budget ka mondo wawuoye. Budget mora ma Mbadi okelo ikalo. Itima gowa. Itima go. Budget Mbadi tek alo pamna uru kadhi bet. Oh, miya gimoro ka. Waziri, I'm being told that all the youth within the country, and as far as Migori County is concerned, we are solidly behind the two-term. Sema two-term. Two-term. Ruto two-term. Mbadi two-term. County government mar Migori two-term. Tokupam. Ero uru kamano jodala. Baba ani luongana Ron Odhiambo. Ajaka Nyasa ward. Sori rungu. Nyatike constituency. Ane wodi makayo. Wadi amos waziri koropam na uru.
Thank you. Majority Leader, National Assembly, come. Majority Leader, County Assembly, sorry.
Thank you very much. Hey. Have the CS of the whole of this country with us here. Broad-based bear kozok bear. Nyenge lungo ni Ken Ouma, ane majority leader ma Migori County. I want to tell you that this is the way to go. With this rare opportunity, you'll allow me, Bwana CS, to invite 3 or so of my colleagues who can then talk to privatization. Thereafter, I'll invite my speaker. And in that order, allow me invite Mheshimiwa Mamba 1 minute. We talk to privatization.
Thank you. Our Waziri, Mheshimiwa John Mbadi, all protocol observed. My name is Honorable Jojo Mamba, member of Migori County Assembly, serving my 3rd term. Waziri, I'm very glad to be here. And the agenda of today is properly and clearly stated here. The other time, Waziri, and why I think we really need to support the government initiative on this issue of privatization. Privatization, wananchi, increases efficiency. But there's an issue, Waziri, you will even come in and address. Because the time we have privatization of our companies done, the government will continue getting profit out of which. Good example is Sony here. I want to confirm to you that Sony is now going to do a good job for the people around here. But Waziri, you must come in on some of these things. Like now, Sony has been privatized and some companies dealing with it. The other day, all the employees of Sony were sent home. That they are starting a new recruitment of the people that they want to work with, which is okay. But please, Waziri, come in so that when recruitment is done, good percentage of our people are absorbed from this vicinity, so that we don't again transport the job opportunities to some people who are from nowhere. You know, they are from somewhere, of course. But it is very wrong, Waziri, if 70% of the people that are going to work in Sony are again imported from other countries to come and fill the position of our people. Ya mwisho. So, because we are many here. Ya mwisho, Waziri. I have finished about the issue of privatization and its goodness, and people have talked good things about it. As a people of Migori and as a people of Kenya, I want to beseech every one of us. I want to beseech every one of us that if one of us is seated here today in the name of Honorable John Mbadi, please, 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 let's support this government. Let's support him to an extent that even his appointing authority will see that the people of this region have really accepted the kind of appointment I did in this region. May as many of that opinion say aye. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Mamba. Mheshimiwa Unisodi, just one word on privatization. It's about gender balance, because the opportunities are few. Just come and say one or two words.
Thank you so much to Waziri, my speaker, members of County Assembly, PS, and the protocol observed. Good morning. Morning. I'll be as brief as possible. I want to take this opportunity to thank Waziri for taking his time to visit Migori, to listen to the opinions of the people. Wanasema tusikize ground. This is now the ground, Waziri, that you want to listen, and I believe you'll take the feedback back. On privatization, sorry. I will not dwell much on it, because a lot has been said by my colleagues. Just like what a comrade said here, you take a learner to a private school with an aim of getting quality education. And that is why we are now privatizing our parastatals and the sectors, so that whatever the company was not able to produce, now the private partners or the private organization can now generate more income. Omamba has given a very good example in Sony. The production in Sony is now at par. Farmers are now being paid in time. The work is in progress, but there are challenges. So these are the challenges that, Waziri, we are calling you to come and help us address. Anything that has a merit must also have a demerit. So we will not only celebrate the privatization of these institutions, but we also have to look keenly into the demerits. If the demerits supersede merits, then we'll have the other option to take. But I believe what you are doing as a FCPA, you've analyzed it, you've gone through it, and you understand it better. Finally, because I don't want to exhaust much, let us look into our education sectors. And I've heard what our comrades, our learners have brought here. It's a concern. Waziri, I was in Kisumu Poly a week ago. It's terrible. The learners there are crying. The help is not coming. The scholars were, the budget for the scholarship, I'm told, was reduced to 0. And so these learners are suffering. Like now, they are saying close to a financial year, they have not remitted the help loan or the scholarship. Watoto wanahangaika, most of them are home, and it's so frustrating. And I believe with your capability, you are going to do much. Thank you for supporting Migori, for supporting the Luos, for supporting the entire country, and continue the same spirit. Someone said here that he's confirming, affirming, and reaffirming that they'll support you. And he said they'll do everything with you except sleeping. With us, we'll even sleep with you so long as it benefits the people. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Mheshimiwa Osewe, 1 minute. Owacho kosoko wacho. Uketa ni sleeping, uparo sleeping.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Thank you, Honorable Waziri. My name is Honorable Osewe. And I just have 2 issues, Waziri, on issues of privatization. Number 1 is the concern on the possibility of creation of local local monopolies. We've seen this with the sugar industry. For instance, if you haven't watched, please go and watch Morara Kebaso's presentation on the companies that were shortlisted for sugar industries, where you get a company A having shareholders A and B, A1 and B. When you look at the shareholding for company B, you still refer back to company A, where you have one sugar company being owned by just probably, 4 sugar companies being owned by just one private sector company. That is an issue that is of concern to us. And as the people of Migori would probably want to know how then we can benefit out of this. Number 2, I know with privatization comes with the issues of offloading of job opportunities, especially for the current job holders. As a youth and a member of County Assembly, we also just needed to have an assurance from you that as you offload the older job groups or the old opportunities or those companies, the new opportunities that come, can you ensure that, number 1, at least we look at the age limit, so that we don't have people who are 60 and above or who have met the age retirement groups then being reabsorbed? Of course, I know there's the need for institutional memory and all that, but majority of those opportunities must be created for the youth of this country. Number 3, Waziri, I was just making notes. There's a new baby in the block, the National Infrastructure Fund. This new baby in the block, Waziri, I hope and I believe that with it comes consultancy services, with it comes new job opportunities. Kindly, I know you come from Homa Bay, but as you've always said, Migori County is like your home. Kindly, we want to urge that as you live here, you can be assured, or we can be assured, that majority of those jobs, majority of those services, as we create the new infrastructure fund, then therefore we can have our people represented. Last but not least, Waziri, there's the issue of public participation, and I was just wondering aloud. I have been enjoying the Court of Appeal judges' interviews. There's the issue of the Supreme Court decision on public participation, and whether our views here would then be taken, and to what effect they would either change or influence the privatization issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mheshimiwa Machumbe, one minute, please. I'm challenged with the membership, so kindly bear with me.
Ameniambia niongee Kiswahili. Na nataka nichukue nafasi hii Waziri Mbadi, mstahiki naibu wa gavana, mstahiki spika wa jimbo la Migori, itifaki zote zikizingatiwa, na wasalimu Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Langu jina Mheshimiwa Machumbe, mwakilishi wa wodi ya Nyamosense. Tuko hapa kwa ujio wa Waziri Mbadi kwa mambo ya ubinafsishaji wa mashirika ya kiserikali. Ubinafsishaji wa mashirika ya kiserikali unapokuwa unafanywa, kuna tija fulani inatokea, na tija hii inakuwa ni kigezo muhimu katika mashirika yote na hata serikali kwa hususan. Je, labda langu tu swali ni moja, Waziri, mihimili ya ubinafsishaji wa mashirika haya ya kiserikali ni ipi? Hayo ndio maswali ambayo tunafaa kuuliza. Mihimili hiyo itakapokuwa imewekwa bayana, itatusaidia katika upande wa ubinafsishaji. Fauka ya kusema hayo, nimalize kwa kusema kwamba mimi niko ndani ya broad based, yani serikali pana ya mapana na marefu. Hiyo ndio serikali niko hapo. Na Waziri Mbadi, nimekupenda kwa mambo mawili ama matatu. Jambo la kwanza, unasikiza sauti ya wananchi, na ndio maana umefika hapa kusikiza sauti hizi ili zikaweze kutusaidia. Endapo ulimsikiza yule binti wa chuo hiki cha Migori, alikuwa na mambo faafu ambayo ameyaweka bayana. Jambo la kwanza alilolizingatia ni kuhusu masuala yanayowatinga kama wanadada katika masomo yao. Na je, kuna vipande mfano akahusia vipande za sodo na mambo kadhalika yanayohasibu hapa chuoni. Naomba ukayazingatie. Mwisho kabisa upande huo, amesema kwamba kuna wale wenzetu wenye vyuo vikuu wana help, lakini hawa wa vyuo vya kati hawana. Naomba ukawakumbuke na wao.
kawakumbuke. Mwisho nikimaliza nataka niseme kwamba Waziri Mbadi, Mungu anapokuwa anatengeneza mambo huwa na sababu. Na nataka nishukuru Mungu kwa sababu ya baba yetu Raila, Mungu amlaze mahala pema panapostahiki wema, ni kwamba alipokuwa kiaga alipanga mambo yake. Akasema wakina Ochilo wabaki kwa county government, wakina Nyong'o wabaki kwa county government, na wewe ubaki pale national government. Na hivyo kila mtu ashikilie laini yake, wasije kukusumbua pale tena national government kwamba wanataka nafasi kule juu. Wewe ulipangwa, baba alipanga mambo akamaliza. Akasema Mbadi abaki awe pale national government, na wakina Ochilo, wakina Orengo, wengine wabaki county government. Kila mtu abaki penye baba